y'all, it's Hope at Crafty Hope, and I am working again in my small junk journal. This is page 21 and is the first one I did after iCAD. The page here it's a piece of copy paper that you can see where stuff bled through it in the previous page, so I knew I needed to cover it up with something, so I am going straight into collage because that is one of my favorite things, is taking old ephemera and book pages and whatever else I have and slapping it on there with my glue stick. So like I said, this is page 21 in my small junk journal. I've made this kind of a series. I think I've got this one and one more that I have completed. And then after that, I may just switch, instead of doing this as a series, just whatever. I've got all kinds of journals that I've been avoiding because I've been working on this series, and I kind of just want to float around and use whatever journal suits my fancy rather than trying to focus on this one. So who knows what's going to come next. I know I have one more page after this in this junk journal that I've done, but we'll see where we go from there. Anyway, so I am using all kinds of ephemera, and a lot of it actually came years and years and years ago. I went to a thrift store that was like in a barn that was just kind of a junky one. You hardly ever find junky thrift stores anymore. But I was looking at some books and some of the miscellaneous, I don't know, papers that had been just stuffed into a book, and the owner, she recognized my interest in that and was asked me if I liked old papers, and then took me over to a small Rubbermaid bin filled with all kinds of papers from this one family, and she sold it to me at what I considered a fairly reasonable price. I think it was $25, something like that, but it's chock full of all kinds of stuff, and I have paper for days to use, and I still buy more paper even though I don't really need it because I'm obsessed. So, but that was one of my best finds ever. So most of the papers here, except for that, was that music paper, I think probably came from that massive paper haul that I got from that one farming family. So anyway, I am sticking all of these down with my glue stick, and you can see I'm using a gift card over there on the side to kind of just check my glue spots and all of that. I don't know what I was doing there. I do that for some reason, flip to the other page, and I don't know why. I guess I was looking to see if I had whatchamacallit, covered everything. So, and that is just what do you call a pastel, like a oil-based pastel, but that's, I think, the portfolio ones from Crayola that are water soluble, and I don't really use water on it for some reason. I usually do, but I hardly ever touch those, and I've got them in a container next to me, and I guess I grabbed that and I picked this beautiful teal color, and then I grabbed a China marker. It's just a black one, and I make it some dashes over, and I'm trying to stay, I don't even know why, just the right side of that doodle I did, and that's just a pencil that I'm adding some more scribbles there, I think, to echo some of the pencil marks that were on the pages that I had collaged down. Now I've got this pretty little ballerina image, and I'm not positive where I got it from. I'm thinking probably one of the Graphics Fairies freebies, if not maybe one of the Dover publication freebies. So it's one of those. I'll try to remember to link below to both of those sites so that you can get their emails or follow the Graphics Fairy blog so you know when their freebies out. And as you see, I'm trying to, I don't know, give it more of a torn edge, and I was trying to do that with a ruler, but I realized it was still going to be too straight edged for me, so I am just going old school and using my fingers to tear around that ballerina. So, and then I've grabbed my Distress Oxide. I think that's Walnut Stain. It's the brown one, and I am inking just around the edges to kind of make the white torn edges disappear a little. And then I'm going to grab a paintbrush with some water on it just to let that ink pad bleed a little so that those torn edges I couldn't get to will get covered as well. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so I knew immediately that I was going to stick her down on the left side of that scribble. I was like, I don't know. It was serendipity. It's like I had planned it. Then I take that same Distress Oxide and just stamp it on my nonstick craft mat and use that same paintbrush with water to just kind of pick it up and spread that color a little bit around on those papers to give it more, I guess, more age than it already had, because it had a ton of age on it. You see, I'm trying to avoid my teal doodle there so that I don't hit that pastel and have it bleed any, because I really like the scribble I got on there. So then I'm thinking, and I do a lot of thinking. You see, for some reason, I always tap my fingers when I'm thinking, and I have been trying to notice if I do it just in videos or if it's something I do all the time, and I think I do it all the time. So don't think it's just me trying to have some movement on the screen. I think I really actually do that all the time. I'm a fidgety person. So now I grabbed some Tim Holtz. He doesn't call it washi tape. I think it's decorative tape or decor tape or something like that. It's just one of the rolls, and I picked out one that had kind of more of that vintage paper feel to it. And I'm tearing it down little strips, and some of those little strips are so tiny I can't get them off my finger, and I'm just sticking it in there. I wanted the pieces of paper that were on my page to kind of meld together a little more, seem more intentionally together, so I'm using that tape to make them, I don't know, meld a bit more and just be awesome. So, and I love washi tape, and I've got too much of it, so it's best that I use it. So I'm putting her back down, trying to decide what else that background needs, and it needed some more texture and doodles and stuff in the background. So what I'm going to grab here is a Ray Messigman stamp and just a black stamp pad, and I'm going to grab a big acrylic block here, which is going to have multiple uses here in a minute. So I'm starting by using one set of the like doodles there, and I think these are some little circles that I am putting on there, and you see I'm having a hard time getting them to actually show up because the paper, it's just not firm enough behind the page. And so, and I saw somebody else do this, and it was like a revelation. So I'm going to take that acrylic block and put it behind my page, and then I am, because I didn't want to go find another acrylic block, I am just using that gift card to stick that clear stamp on. Now this didn't work as great as I had wanted because it's not clear. I couldn't see the direction of the stamp, so I've got some of those little doodle marks kind of going more diagonal than I would have liked. And so yeah, definitely use your clear ones if you can. That's, you know, pro tip there. But it works, it's fine, it's not a huge deal. So I thought I was gonna maybe use some of the flower stamps that were on there, but just couldn't figure out a way to work them in. And I went ahead and grabbed a pack of stickers. I don't even know who these are by. I know I got them at Tuesday Morning, and I love this set of stickers. You can see I've almost used them all up. Almost all of the stickers on there relate in some way to art. And so yeah, they've totally gone in my art journals, and I wish I could find some more, but Tuesday Morning, yo. So I went ahead and stuck my little ballerina down, and then I grabbed a piece of dyed cheesecloth. I believe I dyed that with just some coffee, I think probably instant coffee. So anyway, I clipped off a little part of that, and I'm trying to figure out how to maybe make a tutu for her out of that, but I realized it was just too fussy. It was going to be too much for that page and kind of just, I don't know, pull away all the attention from everything else. So I went ahead and just stuck my little sticker down and called it a day, really, y'all. That's it. I can't believe I didn't accent the sentiment in any way, but that's it. Take a look. And if you have any questions about my process or anything, let me know in the comments. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like this, and make sure to subscribe so you can see all my other fun stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.